Communication is fundamental to human existence. From the very moment we wake up from bed to getting ourselves ready for the day, and even up to the very second we close our eyes late at night thinking about how things have gone and what to do next the following day, communication takes place. It occurs in several contexts and even during the times you don't even realize it actually does. In my previous video, I mentioned that communication is used to connect people to achieve common goals, one of which is understanding. It brings people closer together by bridging the gap between them through the flow of information and understanding. Hello learners! Teacher Paulin is back! How are you doing today? Did you enjoy our previous episode of learning about the nature and process of communication? I hope you did. You know, you should make learning a habit, especially now during pandemic. Make every single day productive and learn new things. So, are you ready to learn with me today? I guess so. So for today's video, we're going to learn that other than understanding, communication serves to perform several purposes or functions. Hence, by the end of this episode, you are expected to be able to, number 1, identify different functions of communication in socially relevant situations or scenarios, and number 2, use these functions of communication in appropriate contexts. Let me show you sample videos where communication is used in several contexts. Please take time to watch them, and after watching, analyze what communication is used for in each video.
Okay, settle down.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. All right?
All right.
You got a dream? You got to protect
it. VOH is confirming that the 38-year-old female Chinese patient under investigation, or PUI, is positive for the novel coronavirus 2019 DAS-N-CoV.
So there you can see communication taking place in several contexts. The question is, what function of communication do you think each video shows? Going back to our first video, what did the speaker say or what did he ask his students? Correct. The speaker, who is a teacher, asked his students to settle down. So hearing what the teacher has said, what would you do if you were the receiver or if you were addressed in the message? Correct. You would keep quiet or behave. That means the speaker is trying to control or regulate your behavior. In the given example, the students are asked to behave or to keep quiet. Now, do you know what function of communication that is? Correct. Regulation or control. In the given example, communication functions to control or regulate behavior. So when your teacher says keep quiet or this makes a shh sound, that means you gotta behave or keep quiet. What about when a traffic enforcer shouts stop at jaywalkers, or when your elder brother reminds you to flush the toilet after each use? Yes, that is regulation or control. Anything that is meant to control one's behavior or ask someone to perform an action, especially one that conforms to social norms or abides by the law, or one that is mutually agreed upon or prescribed, that is regulation or control. If a municipal mayor, for instance, makes a directive stipulating that all locals must wear face masks or face shield in the public market, mall, and other public places within the municipality, that is regulation or control. Other examples may include your doctor telling you to take your medicine 3 times a day, or your mother telling you to wash the dishes now or else you would not be allowed to go out see a movie, or your friend advising you to stop crying and move on. How about the second video? What do people do? Correct. Friends who happen to run into each other in the busy street of a city maybe are just interacting and exchanging hi's and hellos. Do you know what function of communication that is? Correct. Social interaction. This function of communication allows individuals to interact with others. Social interaction is used to produce social relationships, to develop bonds, intimacy, relations, and connections with others. If, for example, your friend is inviting you to have some coffee or tea, or if you and your office mates are just chit-chatting during your break time in the food court, that is social interaction. If we communicate with others for nothing but just trying to connect to them, make some time out, have some fun, do merrymaking, that is most likely social interaction. You know, we people love to talk, and like I said in my previous video, speech or communication is innate to us. It is a vital means by which we can connect with others. How about the third video? What is communication used for? Correct. Motivation. Communication is used to motivate or encourage people to live better. Motivation as a function of communication is used to power up preferences, desires, needs, wants, decisions, goals, and strengths. If your guest speaker during your commencement exercises is delivering an inspirational or motivational speech, that is motivation. His or her topic may be about becoming resilient in times of challenges you face as students, or maintaining a positive outlook in times of misfortune, and not losing hope, and still continuing to do great at everything you do. Other examples may include a preacher telling the people to live peacefully and to be grateful and content despite the kind of life they have. A close friend telling you to keep on dreaming, never give up, and realize your goals. And even a healthcare professional telling you to do more of what you are capable of despite your condition. And if I say, hey, you are bigger than your problems, you can do bigger things more than you realize. So go do something bigger than your problems. That's motivation. Can you think of another example? You may write your answers in the comment section down below. Going back, what about the fourth video? What function of communication is used? Correct. Emotional expression. Based on the given example, the guy expresses his love or concern for the woman. Communication therefore facilitates people's expression of their feelings and emotions. Other examples of which may include appreciation, expressing one's ambition, expressing one's needs, and even saying a prayer. In the fourth video, however, there were no words uttered, but the guy's facial expression and actions can tell a lot more than what words could possibly do. And his nonverbal actions clearly show his love or affection for the woman. Like we always say, actions speak louder than words. How about the last video? What function of communication do you think is used? Correct. Information. Based on the video, the DOH secretary is informing the public about the female Chinese national who is under investigation tested positive for COVID-19. Information or communication can be used to convey information or to impart facts or knowledge.
Examples include a barangay official informing his constituents about the mass testing for COVID-19 to be conducted in their barangay, or the president informing the public that the vaccines for COVID-19 will be made available by the dawn of 2021.
Look, information is crucial across social contexts and organizations and is used in identifying and evaluating choices. Hence, information as a function of communication facilitates decision making. Can you give me another examples of information as a function of communication? You may type them in the comment section below. So those are the 5 functions of communication. We have regulation or control, social interaction, motivation, emotional expression, and information. Remember, we can use these functions of communication in various time, place, and situations. But there will always be a proper venue in which we can use these functions. For example, in a press conference aired on a national television, a speaker will most likely give information, motivation, regulation or control, and or emotional expression to a certain extent depending on the content, but certainly not to chit-chat with the media personnel. Social interaction or emotional expression may, however, be used in a talk show. How about laughing with your doctor in his or her clinic and make some gossiping? Do you think that would be appropriate? That question I leave to you. You may leave your answer in the comment section below. That's it, dear learners. So easy, isn't it? Should you have questions, you may type your answers in the comment section below. Thank you for listening and see you again soon in our next episode of Learning.